Hey guys, today we'll have a look at the Einhell garden shredder. I have a lot of pruning to do every year on my fruit trees, and I never know what to do with the branches, so I decided to buy a shredder. So let's unbox this and test it. One piece. That's all that comes in the box. That's original operating instructions and safety instructions. And guess what? None of these are in Portuguese, and we are in Portugal. I bought this in Portugal, and I can't read the instructions, or well, most people won't be able to. If I want the manual in Portuguese, I have to go to their site. How about that? Let's start assembling this then. Okay, I need tools that don't come with it. I need Phillips screwdriver. Screw and washer. Don't cover that. Okay. Right, time to test it. I'll remove the bag so we can see the chips as they come off. safety first. When using the bag, it's easy to let it overfill, and then this all gets clogged up. You can actually see some of the shredded material like popping up and down here at the top. Look. Okay, so as you can see, leaves are partially shredded. Some of them won't be, but it's not too bad. Big branches are shredded quite okay, but if you put too many small branches in one go or at the same time, you'll end up with big chunks like this. Doesn't seem to shred them as efficiently as it does with the bigger branches, but that's still quite alright, I guess. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the result. Right, so I'm finished shredding all the stuff I had. I've unplugged it and now I'm going to open it and check exactly what's in there, if there's any big bits left or green stuff. Well, let's have a look. That's sharp there as well. Yeah, it's sharp. Put my nail. So be careful, don't put your fingers there. Okay, time for final thoughts. Well, first, it does shred thicker branches quite well and efficiently. It says it can chop up to 40 millimeter. I think that's a bit too much. If you do that constantly, it will probably damage it or it'll probably stop, I don't know. But it does seem to struggle with anything over 30 millimeters. It does seem to struggle. What I found it helps regarding these thicker branches is you just grab that branch, use gloves because it does pull down. It can scratch or cut your hands. So grab that branch, put it down, let it shred maybe 15-20 centimeters, pull it up again, let the motor regain the full rotation again, then do another 20 centimeters, pull it up, 20 centimeters, pull it up, and then the branch is getting thinner. You can just let it go and it pulls it automatically all the way. Okay, it does seem to have two modes of operation, in loads and no loads, I believe. It says here in the manual that the product can be operated both in continuous modes with rated input power of 2000 watts and intermittent modes with rated power input of 2500 watts. Means that each cycle of operation in intermittent mode is comprised of an on-load operation time of maximum 40 seconds, a no-load operation time of 60 seconds. I have no idea what they mean with this. There's no further information on this. It happens automatically. You can hear it revving up or revving down on its own. I don't know why. But if you guys can understand better what this means, I really don't know. And talking about manual, again, I bought this in Portugal. There's no Portuguese instructions whatsoever. If you go on online, it's a pain to get the manual. And even then, in Portuguese, there's still not much information. So if it's sold in Portuguese, in Portugal, it should have Portuguese instructions. Even the warning signs. This is serious, guys, because I bought this in Portugal. And all the safety warnings and labels here are in German. I would dare saying that 99.9% of the population does not understand German. So this is a very serious safety issue, okay? Now, back to the performance. It does seem to chop the leaves, not completely, but does a half decent job, I would say. And the smaller, finer branches, if you put too many of them at the same time, it doesn't seem to chop them in pieces any smaller than this. It's not an issue, I guess, but I would like to see them cut smaller. Also, the on-off button is a bit difficult to operate if you're wearing leather gloves like I was. Of course, it can be done, but it's not the best. It's a very small button. Right, as you can see, it's not only difficult to reach if you're operating the machine, it's also under this part of the machine, and if you want to do that with leather gloves on, it's not easy. It's a very, very tiny button. Also, this thing to open and close, this is like metric thread, and this takes ages to unscrew. And I'm not kidding, look at that. Still not done. Still not done. No. Now it's done. You have to screw all that. Not done yet. Okay, it's done now. That's way too much, come on. I'm sure they could find an easier solution for this. But anyway, it is what it is. This clip here supposedly holds that, but that's not practical, see? When you want to use it and put it down and use it and put it out, you need both hands to remove it. I also don't like to use this bag because it gets filled up all the way there, and then it gets clogged up. You can't see it until you see particles trying to fly out of here. So I rather use these buckets here. Also, it's easy to drop this there while you're shredding stuff and then grab it again. Assembling it was easy enough. They could have included a very cheap screwdriver or Phillips screwdriver. That's the only thing that's missing. They do have the Allen key. Apart from that, straightforward assembly. I'm okay with that. I will probably use it more every year on the spring starts when I prune my trees, and I have plenty of branches left. Other than that, I don't think I have any use for it. I can't put any leaves in there. It's very difficult. Unless, yeah, I might come up with a funnel here, which I can just drop leaves and then push it with this. Maybe I can shred leaves with this shredder as well. But that's just a thought. Right, guys, hope you liked this video. If you found this information useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.